What do I need to say about greatness? It somewhat comes in the form of Berserk. Yo, Berserk Volume 2 review. I told the folk. Now, I read this volume last week, and this was supposed to come out definitely by the weekend, but this past weekend, but brother be tired. Let me just put it that way. Brother be tired. There's a lot of content I'm involved with on my channel, okay? And so I do what I can do. You feel me? I do what I can do. But y'all know I'm gonna go in. Now, with this volume though, it was, I believe, only 2 chapters. If I'm not mistaken, there was 2 chapters. But yeah, man. It's like Miura. I see why Miura, unlike Togashi, Yoshihiro Togashi, will be taking ridiculous hiatuses of Hunter x Hunter. Miura can take hiatuses because of the way he does chapters. These chapters are freaking like 8 pages, 8 chapters long. Like, yo, man. But the detailed work, the artwork, in general, very good. And to say this, in general, very good. The story progression is interesting because I don't know the plot progression. This is one of those stories where it's hard to tell where the plot progression goes because it can go so many ways. We get flashbacks here and there. We're moving. There's a lot of action, and it fits its name of Berserk very well. But it goes into some very dark psychological and philosophical concepts, especially the psychology. Man, Guts' character development in this one. It's a lot of times highlighted, and this is why side characters are so important. If you watch Kill la Kill, and you watch my reviews of Kill la Kill, or you know my discussions on Kill la Kill, I talk about Makan Shoko Mako being one of the greatest side characters ever, and how important she is. She's my favorite character in that. Puck is massively important, and at least at this point in Berserk, because Puck is a contrasting ideology to what Guts is. But you can't blame Guts because of the dark world he lives in. So it's a whole complex issue of why Guts has the ideology that he does, and we're slowly unraveling it. I mean, we get partial because of his sacrifice thing. We keep seeing the brand, and that brand's going to become increasingly more important, obviously, as the series goes on. Then we also see the fact is the whole thing with his demon thing. A human can't beat a demon. Why does he put mere humans? Well, that's exactly how he's viewed. Weakness. Why is he such against weakness and value strength so much? Because that's what he has to live by. He can't live weakly or he dies. And then it was beautifully, I mean, Miura, what he did with that whole execution scene of what's his name, Vargas, former Dr. Vargas of the Count's castle. Like, yo, Miura, going deep on this one. Yo. This is why you gotta love Seinen, because they do this deep, real life, realistic element. You can't save everybody, because if doggone Guts would have went there, Guts ain't on that 100-man killing level yet. Not on 100 armed men, heavily armored men. Guts would have been killed. He's like, yo, Puck, alright, you say what you want, smiling the whole way. You talking all this big talk a while, why I ain't doing it? You go save him. Puck tries. His weakness gets away, easily knocked it away, dude dies anyway. That's real. I'm glad when authors, mangakas, whatever, writers do that. They get to the real. I'm all for saving. I'm all for heroics. But I want that realness. Guts is truly an anti-hero. Truly an anti-hero. Now, a lot of things, the whole element, the whole theme about fear. Fear drives his rage. In rage, those dark emotions drive his desire. That's what Puck said. See, without Puck, we don't get this in characterization that we need to with Guts. Okay, Vargas played a key part because Vargas is one of those people. What he represents, what he symbolizes, is the average human. The average human will survive, will accept, and especially those who are elders, or who are survivors, they'll accept death as long as the mission's accomplished. Like as long as what needs to be done is taken care of. Vargas is like, yeah, guts. Okay, you disrespect me, fine. You treat me as inferior, fine. I still want you to go out there and do what you do. I've been waiting 7 years for somebody like you to come along. I put my neck out there. I exposed myself to danger and to the point of death, of execution. I'm willing to give my life up for the cause of something greater than myself. That is massively important. That's going to affect Guts's guts later on down the line. The whole thing with the portal, with the key to the other world, to bring the five elders, I forget what they're exactly called, 5 gods, 5 elders, something along those lines, to the thing, and the whole thing about the apostles, okay, and the Count being one of them, and the Count's transformation. Now let's talk about a little bit, this video ain't gonna be too long, even though there was a lot of in-depth stuff. There ain't as much you can talk about. You just gotta read it, you know what I'm saying? If you read this volume, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not a finished piece because of the suspenseful ending at the end, which I'll get to a bit later. The daughter, and what was his daughter's name? Was it Rebecca? I can't Rachel, or I forget what his daughter's name, because like I said, it's been like a week since I read this. But it doesn't matter. The daughter, though, bringing in the human element, talking about freedom. We don't know what's gonna happen to her. I hope she doesn't end up getting killed. Bringing in freedom, and I got to talk about that bishop or whatever the foolishness he was. The daughter, freedom, and her conversation with Puck, and then we get more characterization of Puck, and in turn with this young lady and what she represents. Cage. She let Puck go because she knows how it is, and the importance of the world beyond oneself. Like, your world is as much as you're enclosed with, so that's as much as you see. But the whole thing is, her imprisonment, her oppression, it hasn't dumbed down her intelligence. It's actually made her wiser. So that happens. She took to more of the wisdom state, right? She's like maybe 10, 11, 12, right? At first I'm like, yo, but no, she's a little girl. And I'm going to say something about the Count. With her, he's the only thing at this point that she's the only person or thing that the Count actually loves at this point. So that brings human factors into him. And I'll get to him, like I said, in a bit. But with her, it's like she sees the world for what it is. And she knows what her father is. She doesn't have 100% concrete evidence, but she even says, I don't even think he's human anymore. And then she talks about ever since her mother died. And here's the hypocrisy of the Count. His rage, his anger, his all these negative emotions, he became what he hated. Okay? He's like, he's claimed the gypsies were demons and blasphemous and sacrilegious. But what did he become? He became a demon to destroy. He became what he hated because he lost somebody close to him. She even says, and it was said by Vargas, there was acceptable. And here's how humans, he was a cold man. He was a stern ruler. He was rough. But at least, he was a protector. He did his job. But now, he's just on a murderous spree. And now, let's go to the Count. Okay? The Count is a villain. This is how you develop a villain. Remember I said, in was it volume 1? When the introduction of the Count? Yeah. I said this dude's a villain. You bring in the humanization of the character. When that scene when he went to touch his daughter, I'm like, yo. Initially, I'm thinking, kind of molestation, rape kind of thing, some incestuous, but it wasn't that. I'm like, no, let me realize. Especially when he went out the door and it pained him. He couldn't even, he's like, you still won't let me touch you. First of all, he's ugly. I just said that. She knows about his actions. She won't let him live freely. And, ugliness, people, I often say this. Beauty comes from within. Beauty is not equated to physical attraction. It is not. Now that's an enhancer. Oh, show. But you can be beautiful because of this. Your ugliness and vice versa. Ugliness is from within. You could have a beautiful exterior, but you be ugly. You know, worms inside of a beautiful corpse, a painted thing. But I could give so many analogies. But then a person, could not be that attractive physically, but that person has a beauty. You and your beautiful soul, and some Jesse McCartney says. But no, seriously, beautiful, and you've met beautiful people, and it actually will make you attract that person. It'll actually make you, even if you initially like, yo, you're not my type necessarily physically, but you're like, yo, I can see myself being with that person, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, man. When with the Count, him not touching his dog, that hurts. That hurts, and that probably also spikes because she is the only thing that he loves in the world anymore because he lost his wife. And the thing about that is, this is why you don't put, and it's the same thing of what in that case it makes Obito a trash villain. The Count not so much. The Count because he has other complexities to his character, and because of his whole daughter relationship. But it's the thing that Kishimoto was trying to do with Obito, with Uchiha Buyo, where you don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's the old proverb. Where you don't invest all your being into one person. When you do that, you lose yourself. Say that person goes away. Say that person leaves you. Say that person dies. Say that person, their health they degenerate. Yes, we, part of us. But I've lost people in my life. Other people, I don't talk to them as much. But I've spread myself out amongst plenty of folks. I'm not saying you have to be all friendly and have a boatload of friends. But don't be totally connected. Because this is the mortal realm. In this physical realm, in the realm that we live in this universe, you gain and lose. That's just a way of life. The Lord gives and the Lord takes away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Job said that, Job chapter 1. That kind of concept, it comes and goes. Life's up and downs, they come and go. Thou will be living this. T.I. I could go, it's often been talked about. But it's real, and that's represented here. And more so, his demon form, though. I was thinking during that fight, and I got to talk about the fight with Zondark. Zondark, another example of being consumed. You hate so much that it consumes you and you become an inhuman thing. This way he didn't even become a demon. He took a part of the Count, okay? And the Count took over parasitically. That was an extreme way. But Miura, well done. Very well done on that. And I was saying during that, the first class, and Puck was saying, Guts is strong, which he is. But at the same time, that first, I kept thinking, hey, that's not even a demon. Guts needs to step and get his weight up, as I say, he's got to step up his game. He's got to train. Guts got to train a boatload. Because if he plans on taking out not only 12 possible, but if he plans on, say, fighting the 5 elders or whatever their names are, at the end of series or something like that, he's nowhere. He's going to be killed like that. I already know it. And then we see this fight. Guts. Now, I got to throw that in before I talk about that fight in of itself. I love, first of all, Guts intelligent, but not only that, I kept long time said this dude needs to die. I couldn't stand. I can't stand when people, like the mayor, but this is even worse than the mayor. Okay? This dude here, and you're supposed to be religious, right? You're supposed to be someone who's spiritual. You kowtow. You, for your own selfish reasons, you give and you create a monster. You allow this monstrosity to continue, to evolve to a point that it is beyond your control. And I know he was your leader, but this is ridiculous. You got to know when to say no. And you got to be willing to even die for your principles if need be. But this dude was the worst. This dude is worse than the Count. Okay? This dude just had to go. And I'm glad with Guts. I'm like, yeah. Get the, yes, please, yeah. I knew it wasn't Guts, but I'm like, yeah. Okay, I wouldn't exactly, I thought it was just, hanging on something, but no. Yes, Guts. Yes. But Guts being taken down. This is writing. Okay? That's how you write about it. Look, Gut, not making Guts, he's powerful and he's skilled and all this. But that beat down that he got, good Lord Almighty, he's still a human. That beat down that he got. He may have some superhuman capabilities, but that beat down that he got, my Lord. That he wasn't even really affecting the count. Like that count. And the dude's huge, man. The dude in his form, it just become like, yo, whoa. And that double head, like, yo, the count's like, yo, the count's powerful as a monk. And did y'all see that second fight, though? That second fight. But we gotta give it to Guts. The dude was losing blood, and we, you know, we see part of the reason why he lost the eye. That whole story. Also, you gotta go. The whole story that Vargas told. His story about, you know, his wife and children, being eaten right before him, and him being chopped and Guts just remembered it. And that's another thing. Guts, this is bringing back flashbacks. So overall, man, once again, another phenomenal volume of Berserk. Another 9 out of 10. We got plot progression, but you know, it's still continuation. That's why I don't give it higher with that. I mean, we got a lot of great characterization, some character development more so with Puck than we did with Guts himself. I mean, Vargas was the symbolism in a lot of ways. The young lady, throwing her in there, the daughter, was just beautiful. Yeah, man. I mean, seeing Guts just on the beat. Now, we know he's not done. He's not killed. But if you didn't know anybody, you would think, damn, Guts is about to die. That's what you want. That's what you want. You want to know a character is all unless you can make an all-powerful character, sort of, kind of. It's the way you handle it. Okay? There's ways you handle it. But the way Miura is doing it, Volume 3 is going to be quite interesting. And I can't wait for a certain individual. Now, I do know about him a bit, because I did see the anime, so I do know about him. He begins with a G, and if you know Berserk, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But when Guts meets him, yes. So, Volume 3, sometime, maybe this weekend, sometime next week, definitely. Alright, y'all. The Unexpected One. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me y'all thoughts. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace. Once again.